Hi, welcome to the Vedic Astrology New Moon Forecast for January of 2022. The energy is diminishing, going inward. How are you feeling? The moon is waning, getting smaller. And on January 2nd at 10:34 a.m. Pacific time, the moon will conjoin the sun and begin to wax again. Worried, maybe frustrated about something, or thinking of the past and wondering about what the future is going to bring. This new moon is an important turning point. It's the first new moon of 2022, the first new moon after the solstice, and it holds a very special power of regeneration, renewal, and it can be used as a springboard for New Year's resolutions and envisioning your future. So this is a time to look within, though. It's a time of darkness and inner searching. So right after the New Year's Day, we're going to have a moment where we can be quiet and really search inward and look for what's nourishing us, what we want to change and empower going forward in our lives in the next year. The new moon is in the area of the sky, or the nakshatra, called Purva Ashadha. Purva Ashadha nakshatra. Purva Ashadha is connected to Lord Ganesha. It's symbolized by the elephant tusk. And Lord Ganesha, the elephant god, is the remover of obstacles. So this is a powerful nakshatra to begin the year on. Lord Ganesha is actually a very auspicious god to invoke right now for new beginnings, the new year, and any new idea or project you have. Purva Ashadha is also connected to the power of water, the element water. The goddesses of the water, Apas, is connected to this nakshatra. She is this energy of water that flows through rivers and springs and purifies and regenerates the world. So it is also in a way a time for letting go what's not necessary and moving forward with new energy. This new moon can be a very invigorating force of renewal going forward into January and also throughout the rest of the year. Because the new moon is the first new moon we're having after the solstice, I think it does have a special power to really foreshadow what could happen throughout the whole year to come. So it is a time to be making those New Year's resolutions and really connecting within to what you desire for the next year. The new moon is also going to be conjoined Venus, the goddess of love and money, enjoyment, Lakshmi. And Venus is currently retrograde, as I mentioned in my last blog. Venus is going to be retrograde until the end of January. Now, when Venus goes retrograde, she disappears from her position as evening star and drops into the sun, where she's not visible. And so she's just dropping in now. She's becoming burned up in the sun. And this is a process that can feel difficult. It is a lot about looking at the past sometimes, old relationships, old friends, and finding new ways maybe to see yourself in relationship, healing old wounds around that. It also can bring up issues around money and how you relate to abundance and how you share also in it with the world. So yeah, Venus retrograde is a process that we're in right now. And this new moon may be marking a really important turning point in these issues for you. Also in the sky, we are continuing to have this Kala Sarpa Yoga, where all the planets are aligned on one side of Rahu and Ketu, the eclipse snake, or the eclipse axis, the north and south node of the moon. And so all the planets are kind of conjoining now and getting closer and closer, where later on this year they will all be in two signs, Capricorn and Aquarius, sidereal Capricorn and Aquarius. There's something that until after April, when Kalasarpa breaks, there is a lot of concentration and forces that may be out of our control happening. Destiny. That's what Kalasarpa brings. Also, it can also bring scandals and kind of shocking events into awareness. But because Rahu and Ketu are magnified, this energy of evolution and change, during this time, there is also the potential for positive change and innovation. One of the most auspicious things about this new moon is that Jupiter, the god of expansiveness and knowledge, is moving into the nakshatra of Shatabisha. Now, just a few hours before the new moon, Jupiter will enter the star of Shatabisha, which is the star of 100 healers. It has a lot to do with medical innovation and discoveries. It has a lot to do also with revealing and exposing hidden information too. But it is a very, I think, positive sign for the year to come, that there should be a lot of progress technologically and medically moving forward. Now, if you want to learn more about 2022, be sure to check out my 2022 forecast class with horoscopes for all Vedic signs. It was pre-recorded on December 19th, and you can purchase the recording on my website, and also I'll make a link in the description window below. Check it out. And I am still offering one-on-one readings for 2022, your yearly reading. If you want to book one, you can book one on my website. I am offering limited times right now because I'm flying off to India tomorrow. I will be back in the States later on, probably by March. But if you would like to get a reading before then, you can still book online with me, and I can do the reading from India, no problem. I may need to use WhatsApp if Zoom isn't functioning right. Sometimes it doesn't always work with the servers there. So check that out if you'd like a reading directly from India from me this year. And let's just see what the tarot cards have to say about this upcoming new moon in Purva Ashadha nakshatra. Okay, so, wow, the first card that came through is the 10 of Wands. You know, this kind of, the new moon is a turning inward, it's a darkness. And with Venus involved, Venus is going to go combust about a week after this new moon. There's a deep sort of ending happening as well. It's a new beginning, but there's also an ending here, the ending of 2021, and maybe much more for you too. There's something exhausting about maybe the patterns of the past and having to look at them now and make new kinds of decisions. That's what's coming forward. And the Five of Swords. It's a very deep Venus retrograde card. For real. Venus retrogrades can sometimes feel pretty heartbreaking or confusing, doubtful, or just sort of like a new awakening out of those confusions and doubts, having to come forward, being forced to look at it. And the Six of Cups. I think this is for me is a card of nostalgia of the past, of kind of coming back to what was with a new perspective as well, and trying to enjoy enjoy what we have. And you know, Venus is a lot about this, the enjoyment, how we partake in it in life, how we share our life as well. So there is a lot about regeneration here, and it's not exactly easy, is it? But there's a lot of hope for something new coming forward. The old ways, while so lovely even, or adored, can feel exhausting. Maybe it's time for a breaking point. Maybe it's time to change from the inside out. The winter may feel cold and icy, and your old patterns seem to freeze you in a spot. But the ice is breaking soon around the corner, and spring will come as Venus rises in the morning. Thanks for coming to the Industry Astrology New Moon Forecast, and Happy New Year. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and get on my newsletter if you haven't already. It's free. And also check out my 2022 horoscope class I have for purchase below and on my website. I will see you soon next spring.